Hey, we all know how important it is for our businesses to show up in the search results. Ideally, you want to be on the front page of Google. And better yet, you want to be in the top 3 search results. Websites that show up on the front page of Google get 95% of search traffic. And if you're in the top 3, you're going to get over 50% of those clicks. A key factor to getting higher rankings is having a good web presence. And that is what we're going to talk about right now. Hey, my name is Steve Vick. I am the owner of Web 907, and I'd just like to thank the Fairbanks Economic Development Corporation for inviting me to make this video. I hope you find it valuable and informative. Today we're going to talk about your online presence and how a good online presence can increase the amount of visitors that come to your website. And as I said before, you want to be on the front page of Google, ideally in one of those top 3 spots. How do you do this? Well, one factor is your online presence. Your online presence is basically anywhere your business shows up on the web. This could be your website, a blog, it could be social media, Facebook, YouTube, it could be your Google business listing, it could be citations in the Yellow Pages, in Yelp, or in TripAdvisor. This is all part of your web presence. And the better your online presence is, the easier it is for potential customers to find you when they search in Google. And this isn't just a case of having a lot of different places that you're online. Quality matters just as much as quantity. And in this video, we're going to talk about the 2 most important factors of your online presence, that being your Google business listing and your website. So first, let's take a look at a Google business listing. To do this, we're going to head to my computer. So here we are in Google, and we're just going to type in a very basic search term. We're going to look for a Fairbanks dentist. Now, this is what's called the SERPs, the Search Engine Results page. And as we scroll down here, this section right here, this is the Google business area. This is where the listings of the Google businesses are. This is ideally where you want to be because this gets a lot of traffic. Having a well-optimized Google business listing can put you in what's called the 3-pack on the front page of the Google search results. This is where you want to be, considering that 95% of all traffic is going to click on those links. If you're 4th, 5th, or 6th, you're likely not even going to get clicked on. Going back to the search results page, we can see here that there are actually 4 Google businesses listed. The first one is an ad, so we're not going to count that one because that's actually someone paying to be placed here. The ones below it are the 3-pack. They're the ones that rank highest. It is very rare that someone's going to view all and click on this button here to see the rest of the business listings. So if you're not in this 3-pack, there's a very little chance that your business is going to get clicked on. So I'm going to assume that you have access to your Google business listing. So let's go ahead and log into our accounts and make some optimizations so that we can better position ourselves to rank in that 3-pack. We're going to head to google.com/business. Go ahead and log in with your Gmail account. And once in, you want to navigate over on the left-hand side to the Info tab. And once there, we're going to update some information here. It's really important that your Google business have a name, address, and phone number that is up-to-date and accurate. So if you've moved, changed your phone number, or updated your website address, make sure that you update your Google business listing as well. If not, it can affect your Google business rankings. Simply click on the icons next to each one of these sections and update them accordingly. Next, let's take a look at our categories. This is important to check because Google adds, updates, and removes categories on a regular basis. You can expect the categories available for your business to change at least once, twice, maybe even 3 times a year. So go here under your title, click on the pencil icon next to the category section, and see if there's any new categories available for your main category. It's also important to add subcategories, in which case you want to click below the main category and see if there are any suitable subcategories for your business. Now that that's updated, we want to head over to our description, which is further down on this page. Go ahead and click that icon there and get ready to update this as well. This is the perfect area to put details about the services that you provide. So use it wisely and add keyword or search terms that are related to the services that you provide. For instance, if you're a plumber, you may want to add service information about boiler installation, pipe thawing, 24-hour emergency service. These are search terms that people may be using in the search engines to look for services that are available in their area. One thing you shouldn't do in here is include things like customer satisfaction, or that we're the best in town, or that we treat everyone with a smile, because those terms do not have anything to do with the search terms that people may be using in order to search for a business in their area. Once you have your description updated, go ahead and apply it. I suggest reviewing your Google business listing at least once every 6 months. Just make sure things are accurate, that categories didn't get added or removed that you're no longer relevant for, or that you may find a new one that you are more relevant for. Now let's move on to another important factor of your online presence, and that is, of course, your website. Since I mentioned plumbers, we're just going to go ahead and search for a Fairbanks plumber. Now again, we're going to scroll on down. This time we're going to skip this section, and below that is what's known as the organic search result. This is the section of the search engine results page where websites start to show up. Ranking high in the organic search section takes a bit of what's known as SEO, search engine optimization. And this is especially true if you're in a competitive industry. But that shouldn't dissuade you from doing what you can to make sure that your website is accurate and enhance your ability to rank higher on your own. Here are some tips for you. Go ahead and pull up your website. Read through the content. Make sure that you are using the keywords, the search terms, that customers may be using in order to find your services. Don't just focus on one or two key services. You're looking for a variety of different keywords. Now, if you're just stumped and you're really not sure what to put on your site, then I have a tool for you. Let's go back to the computer. So here we are at highervisibility.com. I'll be sure that there's a link to this in the description so you can get to this quickly. Now this is a pretty simple process. What you're going to do here is choose your type of business. Simply click on this category listing. And in this case, we're going to say that we are an electrician. And now pick the type of services that you may offer. In this case, we'll say that we offer 24-hour, we do commercial, emergency, and industrial. So check the services that you do provide, and then select those services. Now go ahead and scroll on down, and you want to enter the location or locations that you provide these services. Now we're going to generate our keywords. Okay, so now we can just simply scroll on down, and we can see that they have provided us a number of different keywords or search terms that we could possibly use for our business. Fairbanks Commercial Electrical Services, Fairbanks Emergency Electrician, Fairbanks Industrial Electrical Contractors, Industrial Electrical Services, 24-hour Emergency Electrician, Industrial Electrical Services, Commercial Electrical Contractors. Once you've generated your list, you can simply go down to the bottom here and download a CSV file of all these keywords. Now armed with this list of keywords, you can start to add them to the content of your website. Just make sure that they're relevant to the services that you're providing. But be careful. Don't stuff your pages full of keywords. Google will recognize this and your site could be penalized. You want your content to read naturally. So be sure not to add keyword after keyword after keyword in a sentence because it just doesn't read like a human would speak, and Google will pick up on that. Another important factor on your website is going to be your name, address, and phone number. Sound familiar, right? Well, you want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are accurate and up to date on your website, and you want to make sure that they are an exact match to the name, address, and phone number on your Google business listing. Now there's specific areas you want this to be located. Particularly, you want your contact page to have all of your contact information: name, address, phone number, fax, social media links, emails, whatever you have as a point of contact, add it to your contact page. This contact information should also be included in the footer of your website. The footer of your website is a global property, meaning your footer is placed on every single one of the pages of your website. Having your business information down there is really important. One, for ease of use. People can always scroll down to the bottom and find a way to contact you, but also because Google is going to recognize that. Google looks in footers specifically, and that is going to help your website rank. Now, another factor that helps your website rank better in the search engines is how well your website looks on mobile devices. 50 to 70% of all internet traffic is going to be mobile. If your website doesn't perform well on a mobile device, it's going to affect your rankings. A simple way to check if your website is mobile friendly, what we call responsive, is simply pull out your phone, pull up your website, and see how it works. Is your navigation easy to follow? Are your buttons too close? Is the text running off the page? Can you scroll through the site? How long are your pages? Does it take a long time to load? These are all factors that can affect how well your site ranks in the search engines. Another way to test how mobile friendly your website is to simply pull up your website on your desktop, take your browser, minimize that screen, and just start to narrow it. And as your site narrows, you should see your website start to stack one element on top of another. And eventually your menu should go from a bar menu into what's called a burger icon. Or maybe you already have a burger icon and that's your main source of navigation. But in any case, go ahead and squeeze that down in the browser, and this will mimic how your site looks and functions on a mobile device. So just a quick review. If you want your website to rank better and you want to show up on the front page of Google, 1, make sure you're using appropriate keywords on your website. Put it into your content and make it read naturally. 2, make sure your name, address, and phone number is accurate and is placed in places where people are going to look, like your contact page and your footer. And 3, make sure your website is mobile friendly. All right, so now you have a better idea of what it takes to improve your online presence. There are, of course, other factors that help you rank better and other ways to improve and increase your online presence. But if you follow these basic factors, if you focus on your Google business listing and your website and optimize them in the ways that I've just suggested, then you should see an improvement in your online presence. Keep in mind, this type of optimization takes time. Results don't happen instantaneously. As I always tell people, search engine optimization and increasing your online presence is a marathon. It's not a sprint. But doing as I suggested in this video is going to help you get on the right track, and it's going to help you improve your online presence. If you have any questions about what we discussed in this video, or maybe want to discuss website development, search engine optimization, or digital marketing, feel free to visit us at web907.com. I'd be happy to talk with you about any of your needs. And until next video, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you have a good day.